Hey friends, welcome back to Lady Dynamite Creates. I'm Tiffany, and I hope you're having the happiest of Halloweens. I'm actually feeling a little under the weather while recording this, so I'll probably keep the voiceover short and sweet today. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, I'll be feeling better because my Halloween plans stand in the balance. Alright, let's get to it. Today's project is a Halloween makeover for this Ghoulia doll. I first repainted her back in 2022 for a Patreon video about sealants, and she's been hanging out in my Etsy shop ever since. I figured it was time to pull her down and give her a fresh new look. First thing I do is wipe off her old face up using 100% acetone, then buzz off her hair. Once her head's off, I go in with some needle nose pliers to scrape out all of the old hair plugs. You can still see a bit of staining left behind from the last repaint, especially around the brows, so I'll just work around that later. Since she's getting pink hair this time, I paint her scalp to match. And just look at this yarn, it's so bright and vibrant. The camera doesn't even come close to showing how pretty it really is. I cut a bunch of strips, unwind them, and then tie them to barbecue skewers. When I brush them out with a pet brush and smooth everything with my flat iron, it's so nice and silky. I'll never get over how wild it is that yarn can turn into something this smooth with just a little bit of work. Time to reroot. I grab single strands of yarn, pop them into my rerooting tool, and start plugging away. I'm only doing the part line and the perimeter since I'm planning on styling her with space buns. If I rooted the whole thing, her hair would be way too thick. I want to send big love to my incredible Patreon supporters. You are all the real MVPs. Thank you for hanging out with me on this wild creative ride. I'm so lucky to have you as an amazing crew to back me up. Angel Book Walter, Awkward Burb, Deborah Sweeney, Jay Zer, Stephanie L, Dancing Johari, Delicious, Bex Mini Studios, Ellen Daria, Kitsy, Nicole Strayer, Oak Magpie, and Tara N. Her head's all ready to go. I sectioned everything off, added a few strands to frame her face, and sealed it in with some liquid fusion glue. Now for the outfit. For her top, I picked this really pretty stretch vinyl. It has such a nice texture. I sew up the darts, add the straps and buckles, and even though I usually glue these on, the vinyl was not having it, so sewing it was. It turned out super cute, but I feel like it was missing something, so I added a bunch of nail art decals for these little rivet details, and it totally pulled the look together. Then I got a little ambitious with the pants. I wanted this asymmetrical lace-up design, so I attached the lace-up strips, sewed the shorts to the pants, and then added a waistband. My sewing machine did not like this material, so I used tissue paper and a walking foot to help guide everything through evenly. Once everything was together, I tried them on the doll to check the fit. I had already marked where the laces would go, so I grabbed a needle and ribbon and started stitching. It was a pain to get through all these layers. I definitely had to break out the pliers to pull the needle through. After what felt like forever, I finally got the laces done and added a few extras like a garter band. I love how these pants turned out, and the best part is they're still removable thanks to the stretchy fabric. Next up, the jacket. I found this awesome demon skull graphic, shrunk it down, and cut it from holographic vinyl on my Cricut. Then I used my flat iron to attach it to the back. For the sleeves, I laid out the details I wanted, attached the cuffs, then sewed them to the body of the jacket. I also lined the collar so you don't see any raw edges, because little details like that make a big difference. Then I stitched up the side seams and sleeves. To finish it off, I added the waistband, and oh my gosh, I love how this jacket came out. I did find out later that the dark fabric stains her arms a bit, but luckily it's all hidden underneath. Alright, manicure time. I wanted to try something I saw Sylphic Studios do, these 3D printed nails. I'll have the link below. I thought they'd be easier than sculpting my own, but wow, I was so wrong. They are so tiny. It took hours to get them on, tiny dots of UV resin, placing each nail, then coating and curing everything before painting. They look amazing, but honestly, I don't know if I would do it again anytime soon. Definitely worth it for the final look though. Alright, it's face-up time. Here are all the supplies I'm using. I gave her 3 good coats of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat before getting started. I'm going to kick back for a bit and let you enjoy the process while I give my throat a much needed break. The face-up's all finished, and did anyone else catch that I totally forgot her fangs? Whoops. Don't worry, I added them in later off camera when I noticed, and gave her some piercings too. Alright, the hair's free. I took off the protective covering and started working my magic. Pulled her hair into neat little pigtails, twisted them up into space buns, and cleaned up those wispy front pieces so they framed her face just right. She's finally done. Nyxa has officially arisen from my workbench. You can find her in my Etsy shop if you're looking for an edgy little vampire to join your collection. I've got a few other goodies there too, so go take a peek. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Halloween project. Your comments, likes, and shares seriously mean me the world. You all keep me inspired to keep creating. Until next time, remember, always be creating.